Have you ever been told to stop wasting time? I know I have. As a kid, I would hear it all the time. Even as an adult, it's drummed into us every single day. Stop wasting time. Use your time wisely. But what if wasting time was actually using your time wisely? What if we're meant to be doing that? That's what I want to explore in today's video, that question. What if wasting time is actually a superpower and something you should be doing more of? My name's Damien, and these are my videos about how I'm redesigning my life, how I'm going from the life that I was living to the life that I always wanted to live, and the tips and tricks and insights and experiences I'm going through on that journey. I'm sharing them with you in the hope that they'll help you to redesign your life, to create that life that you've always wanted, because we only get one shot at this. So let's make it a wonderful life together. Please like and subscribe down below. And today, as I said before, let's waste some time together. A few years ago, I started to buy old pens, collected them. I like to find pens that were forgotten in the back of drawers or were in old estate sales, and especially ones that had engravings on them, the names of previous owners. Some of these pens were gifts on graduation, some of them were, retirement presents. And I like to get these pens and open them up and then do this exercise where I would trace them back and forth on a piece of paper to see how much ink they had left in them. How many words, how many stories, how many ideas, how many things did these pens have left to say? I guess you can call it an art project. And sometimes the pen has lots of ink, as you can see, it fills the whole page, but other times it runs out halfway through. And it's been a really interesting experience in reflecting on making the most of the moments that we have left. You or I, none of us actually know how much we've got left, how much time we've got left. How many opportunities will we have to say the things that we want to say? And initially I thought this is a great reminder, a mindfulness exercise for me to be able to remind myself to say those things, to not leave words unsaid, to not leave lots of ink left in the pen that is my life. And so that's why I started to do it. And that's why I do it now all the time as a sort of a meditation. I find old pens, I make a note on the back of the paper as where I found it and what does the pen say and where does it come from. And then I do the lines. But as well as helping me become more mindful and reminding me of the time that I have left, it also taught me a really interesting thing. And that's the power of wasting time. Because all our lives we're taught to do the opposite. Don't waste time. Every single minute, every single activity that we do has to have a measurable outcome. That's what we're taught. You've got to have a KPI, you've got to have an output. Why do something without a goal, without a reason for doing it? But that's machine thinking. That's not human thinking. Wasting time isn't inefficient when you look at it. It's how we recover our imagination. It's how we build our creativity. And I know I've said it many times that creativity is our superpower. Creativity is what we need today more than anything else. And being brave enough to waste time in this day and age seems like a rebellious act. And in a way it is. When I first started to do it, it felt uncomfortable. It felt wrong. I had to constantly justify it to myself, pull myself back and remind myself that what I was doing wasn't wrong because it felt right to me. So often we let society and what society thinks rule what we do. But when we're sitting alone in our house, in our room, and we feel like we want to do something, we want to read, we want to just look out the window, we want to daydream, we don't feel empowered to do that. And that doesn't make sense. We let those unseen voices, unseen people rule our lives and keep us from reaching our full potential. And that seems really strange to me. And so as I've done this exercise more and more, I've unlocked the secrets and the powers of this time wasting. I've tried to look for more and more opportunities to do it because I find it really helps me to focus. It helps to clarify things for me, and it really helps me in redesigning my life. So my challenge and my encouragement to you this week is to take some time, really slow down and be present in the moment and do the things that feel right to you. Do the things that you feel you have to do or you want to do even if it feels like it's wasting time. Because when you think about it, that concept of wasting time is only based on what other people think. It's not what you think. As a kid, I was bored a lot. I can always remember, yelling out to my mum and dad, I'm bored, what am I supposed to do? I know I said that a lot, but now when I reflect back on my childhood, I don't really remember ever being bored. Now, obviously, I grew up in a time without devices, even before the internet. And when we were bored and we had nothing to do and we were just doing whatever we felt like it, that's when we actually truly created great adventures and imaginations and flights of fancy and all of these incredible experiences. And they're what I remember now when I recall them. And thinking about them now, it's such an amazing feeling. I've forgotten that feeling. Now I want to fill my time all the time, or I feel the urge or the desire or the force from society to fill my time. But I shouldn't. Because being bored, there's studies that show this, that being bored forces you to be creative. It forces the parts of the brain that activate creativity and planning and those fundamental core human traits kick into gear when you're bored. So allowing yourself to slow down, to do nothing, to be bored in that sense, supercharges your brain. It's like a brain hack. It activates those parts of your brain. It kicks them into new gear. All of those things that we value in life, art, love, emotion, they come from not rushing. They come from slowing down. They come from being present. They come from doing what we feel we need to do, regardless of how it may seem to the outside world. That's true connection. That's true art. That's true passion. That's true creativity. So if you want to redesign your life, if you want to create a new world for yourself, waste some time. Be bored. Slow down. Don't listen to those voices outside. Reclaim your time. Because you don't just want to fill it. You want to feel it. As I said before when I talked about the pen, we don't have a lot of time on this world when you think about it. You never know when your story is going to end and how much will be left unsaid. So don't just fill your time. Feel your time. And see where that takes you. I promise you, it will change you for the better. And the more you do it, the more you get into this practice, the quieter those voices will get. And the louder the voice that matters, the voice inside you, the louder that voice will get. And the more we listen to that voice, the more we can achieve. Thanks for watching this video this week. I hope you found the idea useful. Get out there and try something different this week. Slow down, try something boring, and let me know how you go. I'll see you again next time.